we got a better fish here. I don't know what it is, but it's a good fish. Hey YouTube, Garrett here, First Cast Angling. Well y'all, we are back out on the river again today. Came out to do some, we're gonna do some night fishing tonight too, but I got out here a little early, that way I could you know, get set up and see what area I was gonna fish. And where the water's up a good bit, I'm gonna fish this one bank right here where I'm at right now. There's a big log and stuff laying down in it, but the water's looking real nice, and it's a real deep spot right here, and it's muddy and raging right now, so hopefully we can catch some fish, guys. I got some live bluegill and sunfish, and we got some frozen bait, some frozen green sunfish and bluegill, and we got some night crawlers again. Not very many night crawlers, but we're gonna throw them out and try to use them up here. Hopefully we go through them pretty fast and, you know, catching some fish and stuff, but we definitely got plenty of bait to last for the trip, so hopefully we can just pull some fish out here, guys, so stay tuned. All right, y'all, here's what we're fishing. Just a real deep hole on the bank. It's got a big old submerged log and stuff laying in it. And, you know, I don't have to throw my baits out very far. I got to watch throwing them out very far because there's some structure on out there, and I don't want to get hung up in a bunch of it, so I'm going to throw them on the back side of it. I'm just going to drop them right down here in these, along the edge of the bank right here, because it drops off quick. This is a really sloped bank right here. Like, it drops straight down to the bottom, so we don't have to throw baits way out there. If there's any fish in here, they'll be cruising up along this bank, I would imagine, because that current out there, it's moving pretty quick. So we're gonna see what happens, guys. Throw this green sunfish on here. Oh yeah, he's lively. And he's mad too. Nice live bait. Pulling the whole pole around. We're just gonna drop it right here at the edge. Almost got hung up on something. I was saying there's a lot of structure down in here. We'll just leave it right there for a little bit and see what happens. Maybe I didn't lose my bait because he's still on there. I see the tip of the pole bobbing already. All right. Yeah, it's something. I like bringing night crawlers out here when I'm doing this type of fishing and stuff. When I come out here during these early days, night crawler usually does really good. So that's why I bring it out when I got them. Drop it right here at the edge. Yeah, it's a deep hole, that's for sure. I don't know how deep, but deep. All right, there we go. Holes are out. Now we just wait and see what happens, see if anything's moving around up in here. I figured, you know, the water being up, the current being strong like it is, there's a nice pool right here. You know, they gotta be coming up in here and looking for bait fish and hanging out, whatever, you know. All right, y'all, well, we're gonna sit here and see what happens. Hopefully we start getting on action pretty quick. Hopefully we can start reeling them in pretty quick too. I figured maybe nightcrawler might get action pretty quick, but you never know, the live bait might get the action faster. This depends. If there's any flatheads or blues up in here right now, or if there's gonna be any in here at all, and they see that green sunfish, they're gonna snatch it up, so. We'll see what happens, guys. I will get back to you when we got a fish on or we're getting some action. Here we go, guys. Oh, there we go, fish on that night crawler. Oh, he's running to the bank. He's in some weeds. Big old channel cat. Well, that came out of nowhere. Heck yeah. Nice channel cat. See if I can't get down here and get him. He was rubbing up in that log that's laying down here. I could feel him hitting it and stuff. Oh. He ain't ready to come in yet. Hopefully he's hooked good. Yeah, it's a pretty nice channel cat. There we go. All right, there we go. We got the skunk off the bank. All right. Let's have a look here. And he was hooked good. He wasn't coming off, that's for sure. This is I think this is a female channel cat. It's got my thing all tangled up. There we go. All right, y'all, there it is. Heck yeah. Nice channel cat. All right, well, I'm gonna get my tripod set up and put the camera on it, and I'll let y'all check this fish out. All right, y'all, here's this channel cat. Yeah, it's a good looking fish. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. On that night crawler, I just dropped it right here at the edge, along that cover that's down in there, that big old log and stuff, and I could feel him when I was reeling it in. I could feel him hitting that log and stuff, so I was close to it. But yeah, I mean, that's a nice channel cat. Take him like that any day. He's probably a 5 or 6 pounder, or she. I think this one is a female because it's got the smaller head and stuff, and its belly don't feel like it really ain't got a fat belly on it, so it may have already laid its eggs. It don't have no spawning marks on it, but I don't know. Pretty cool though. First fish. It's been pretty slow, you know. We haven't had no action until this fella came along, and I'm gonna throw another night crawler down there and see what else we can pull out of here. But yep, pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go let it go. Yeah, it's a nice fish. Try to figure out where I'm gonna let it go at without falling in the river. Probably right in here, really. Oh, yep. There it goes. Feisty old channel cats. I like catching them. They're so fun. Them things fight good than channel cats do. Wasn't a real long fight because it's, you know, I'm just dropping it off right here at the edge, but still fun to catch, and I like catching them channel cats. They're just such a fun fish. All right, well, I'm gonna move some stuff around here and get some more bait on this pole. All right, y'all, we got some more night crawler on. We're gonna throw it back down right here in front of us after this limb gets out of the way so I don't get hung up in it. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, I ain't throwing them very far. I don't have to. That's pretty deep right there, just off the edge right here. Oh guys, we got a catastrophe. I've got a big fish on, and it's got me way downstream here. You're not gonna believe this, but my pole went right back in the water. Oh, he's way down there. Come on, swim up this way, bud. There we go. Oh, come on. My pole went right down in the water, and that was close, guys. I almost would have lost it for good in this hole. Oh my goodness. We got a better fish here. I don't know what it is, but it's a good fish. Ah, It's a big old carp, that's why. You mean to tell me all that for almost going down in the river? Holy crap. That is a stud carp too. Oh man, he is killing the heck out of me. I'm a mess too now, my hands are. Guys, I looked over. Man, I about lost this rod good this time. It went straight down. It was down in the water. I had to jump right down there. Luckily I didn't get in the water, but my lands. Yeah, it's a big old carp. Look how muddy my hands are. I don't even know. I hope there ain't no mud on my lens, because there's a little bit of mud on top of my camera. All right, let's get this fish in before anything else crazy happens. Oh, what a crazy catastrophe again. Yeah, that's a nice carp there. No wonder it just yanked the pole in the water, guys. Goodness, I'm gonna have to clean it up again. What a crazy catastrophe that was. Yeah, that's a real nice carp. Well, that was definitely worth it, because that's a big carp. Oh my goodness. Yeah, look at my pole. Look at the mud on it. It went down in there, guys. The only thing I seen, I'm gonna have to get better rod holders. Every time I wasn't even paying attention, I was doing something else. It's about how it usually goes. I looked down and the pole was just, it was down there. I mean, this is the only thing that was sticking out right here out of the water. Luckily it stopped and I grabbed it in time. I tell you what a craziness. Oh. Yeah, look at the size of that carp. That's a big carp. That's a nice carp. Ugh. Let's get this hook out of him. Man, he hit the night crawlers and I hadn't even been out very long. Look at that carp. That is a nice one there. But yeah, I mean, that yanked my pole down. It was just about a goner. Oh, that was crazy. I'm really glad I got it. That pole, that's the second time it's been in the water like that. But yeah, I mean, this was a nice carp. I mean, look at that thing. Fought like a freight train, really. These things, they fight good, these carp do. Look at that. He's a nice, healthy one. He's not all scarred up. You know, a lot of them, they're all scarred up and stuff. But, yep. Just right off the edge here where I've been casting, you guys seen where I've been dropping the baits, and they've just been coming through here and snatching it up and stuff. The water's on the rise and stuff. It's probably got them all fired up, looking for food and stuff. But yeah, nice fish. That's a real nice carp. I'm glad to catch him. I'm glad to get my rod back. I can't believe it. I don't think I got it on video, but ew, I don't know what that was. He's pooping or something. All right, guys, I'm gonna get some pictures of him and let him go. He's curling his tail on me. Yeah, that's a nice carp. Man. Crazy, guys. He had me clear down here under all these limbs and stuff. We're gonna let him go here. Try to revive him here. Probably wore him. Oh, yep, there it goes. There it goes. Probably wore itself out from the fight. All right, there we go. There it went. Pretty cool. Yeah, guys, that was a catastrophe again. That rod's, that makes the second time I've had it go flying in the river like that, and I had to do it a while back while I was fishing a sandbar, and it was way easier to get. It was just right there, the end of the pole was, but if it would have went a little farther, it would have been it. I would have lost the rod. I gotta get better rod holders. All right, well, I'm gonna get that baited back up. I wasn't even paying attention. That's why that happened. That's why it went right in the water again. Just, you never know. You look away for 1 minute and then all of a sudden you look back and there goes your rod. You know, you got to pay attention, that's for sure. And that's something I wasn't doing. I was not paying attention right there, and that's why I about lost that rod. But we got it back, thank goodness, and we had the fish still on it. But, all right. Well, I'm gonna get this cleaned up and get another night crawler and throw it down. I only got 2 worms left, so we're just gonna throw them on and throw them down there, and then After that, I'll have just cut bait and live bait, so we'll see what happens. Just gonna drop it right back down along the edge again. All right, y'all. Well, I will get back to you when we're getting some more action or got us another fish on. It's turning out to be a pretty good day. Here we go, guys. Fish on the live bait. That was on the bluegill, or the green sunfish. Heck yeah, here we go. Camera ain't even been off very long. Finally got something on the green sunfish. I don't know what it is. It's a flathead. Yeah, it's a nice flathead there. All right, let's get the net on him. Look at him swimming. Gotta keep an eye on my other pole so I don't lose it. Come on, bud, get over here. Gotta get him over here so I can land him. There we go. Heck yeah. Got us a flathead now, guys. Channelcat, carp, and now a flathead. Oh, that's a nice flathead there. Not a giant, but a nice fish. He's been spawning. He's got a mark on top of his fin there. That was a quick fight. I wanted to get, it happened so quick, guys. I was adjusting my camera. I don't know if I got it when the drag, he actually peeled the drag a good bit. Good hook set right there in the bottom jaw. There we go. Maybe. There we go. All right, there we go. Look at that, guys. A little flathead. All right, well, again, I'm gonna get my tripod set up and I'll put this camera on my tripod. Let y'all check this fish out. All right, y'all, here's this flathead. This one's been spawning, guys. I want you to see this. Oh, look at his fin right there. His the bone's sticking out. Yep, and its top fin right there. It's got some marks on it. And its tail, it's got some marks on it too. But yeah, that's a nice flathead on that green sunfish. We just got done messing with that carp and we sat back down for a few minutes and this fella came along, hit that green sunfish. It's a nice flathead. Yep, it's got a belly full of it now. Its belly's sagging. Actually, this flathead stinks. But yeah, it's a nice flathead, guys. Yellow, and it's got that, the black tent collar in its tail, like a tricolor. But yeah, this one's in the middle of spawning, so we're gonna get some pictures of it and let it go so it can find its nest to spawn and lay its eggs. I reeled my other pole in real quick because I didn't want to be messing with this, and then that pole go back down in the water or a big fish or something gets on it. So we're gonna go ahead and get him back and get some baits back out there. All right, y'all, we're gonna let this flathead go. Yeah, it's a nice fish. He's been biting me. He just bit me again. This might be the most aggressive flathead I've ever caught, guys. He's been biting me. But yeah, try to get that sunlight on him. Yeah, that's a nice flathead right there. Awesome. All right, let's let him go. The wind's gonna blow through here now that I'm in the middle of doing this. All right, bud. You ready to get out there, ain't you? Yeah, it was all, this one's spawning. There he goes. All right, guys, this trip's turning out pretty fun. It started off slow when we got here, and things are starting to pick up. 3 fish so far, and yeah, it's turning out to be a good one. All right, well, we get another green sunfish on this pole, or a bluegill, whatever I got in there. I actually think I got 2 green sunfish left and 1 bluegill. And then we're gonna throw the night crawler back out there, so. There's a nice green sunfish right there. I got 1 bluegill and 1 green sunfish left, so we'll try to save them for this evening. Drop it back down there. Yeah, Flathead was going in that structure when I got him up here so far. Yeah, guys, I'm just dropping baits right at the edge here. It's working, so we're gonna keep doing that. But plus, like I said, I can't get out there very far because that big submerged log. But that's all right, because these fish are coming up. It's a drop off right there, so these fish are coming up through here and looking for food and stuff, so. All right, y'all, we're gonna change things up here a bit. I had a bait thief take the rest of my night crawlers, so we're gonna throw one of these dead green sunfish on that I've frozen. I'll throw this piece on first. Just like that right there. Throw the head over here and hold on to it for now. Just gonna drop it along the edge like I've been doing. Now the wind's gonna come through here. Hit the bottom nice and smooth. I took my rod holder and brought it back towards the bank some more. That way nothing don't try to yank it in the water again. We're officially out of night crawlers, but that's fine because we got plenty of cut bait. I got 2 live bait, well 3 because nothing ain't took this one yet. So bait's doing all right. Enough for this trip, so hopefully we can pull a few more out of here. But it's been a good day, that's for sure. You know, it started off slow and things started to pick up, and you just never know. When the water's up like this, it's usually just about any time of the day is good when the water's up like this, because they're always moving up and downstream. Especially upstream. A lot of them move upstream when the water gets up. A lot of fish do, and they'll come through, and if they sense bait or see it or whatever, and if they're hungry, they're gonna snatch it up. But all right, well, I will get back to you when hopefully we got us another fish on. All right, y'all, we're gonna cut up another one of these green sunfish here, and I'm gonna throw it on this green rod because I just had a gar, I believe, take my live bait, and I've only got 2 left, and I don't really want to go through them yet because I was wanting to sit out here after dark for a little bit and see what happens. So we're gonna drop a piece of this down there and see what happens. Yeah, I had a gar take that green sunfish I put on there, that 3rd one. Now I've only got 2 left, and we still got a good while of daylight, and I don't want to go through them if I can help it. So we're gonna throw a piece of cut bait on this pole for a little bit down there, and then when it gets a little later in the evening, it starts getting a little darker, we'll put some other live bait on there. I said I had enough to last, but I guess not. When you run into gar and stuff, they usually take your bait right up from you and stuff, and you can't really set the hook on them. So I really didn't have enough live bait, but we still got 2 left, and try to conserve them as best we can. I'll just drop that cut bait down there for a little bit. That's what I got on this other pole, but it's on that side and this one's on this side, so we'll see. All right, well, we're gonna sit here and wait and see what happens. So hopefully we can luck into something else. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and throw us another live bait back out. Oh yeah, he's lively, that's for sure. Probably gonna pull my line everywhere. But hopefully no gar mess with it and a big old flathead or a bluecat gets a hold of it. Just gonna drop it right here at the edge. Like where we've been dropping it. Got one, look at that. Oh, you kidding me? I was getting ready to say, I got one bait left, one live bait. I hope that wasn't a gar already, there's no way. Just threw that out there. It might have been that bluegill. It's a big bluegill, like I was saying. He's gonna pull that line around, but well, I will get back to ends when hopefully we're getting some action, or if we got a fish on that. There we go, guys. Hope it's not a gar. We got it, whatever it is. Oh, he came off. Yep, I bet that was a gar. Well, that sucks. There went that bluegill. Kind of figured it would happen. Just how it is when these gars show up and stuff. They take all your bait and whatnot. Yeah, it wasn't hooked. It was on there for a second. I felt it, and then it let go of it. Had it in its mouth. That was a big bluegill anyhow, and there was no way a gar was fitting that whole thing in his mouth like that. So, all right, well, I guess we'll bait it back up. I got a green sunfish left, but I don't know if I really want to throw it out now. The bite's kind of slowed down, and the gar are gonna take all my bait if they keep this up. I got some cut bait still. Now we'll throw this bluegill head down there or this green sunfish head down there. I'm not throwing that other green sunfish I got because he's a nice one, and I hate to waste them. You know, these gar, when they show up and stuff, you'll go through your bait real fast, and that's what's happening. Some gar showing up, and I'm going through. I'd rather go through my cut bait than my live bait. We'll just throw that down there and see what happens. Yeah, they get a nuisance, that's for sure. It'd be all right if you can get them on the hook. Sometimes you can. Sometimes you can. You pretty much gotta let them swim with it for a while, and I don't want to let them swim with it long right here because of that big old log and stuff laying down here. He would drag me right into that, so we're not going to even attempt that. We'll just drop that cut bait down there for a little bit and let it see if it does anything. I haven't got no hits on cut bait since we've been here, but doesn't mean nothing ain't gonna hit it. It just seems like the live bait has been doing better. Yeah, I got one green sunfish left, and he's a nice one too. He's about that big, but like I said, I don't want to waste him over a gar. I think a couple gars showed up, or maybe more than I can imagine. I don't like dealing with them if I can help it. if I had plenty of live bait to spare, which I did when we first got here, but we went through it pretty quick. Guess I didn't have enough bait like I thought I would have, but it happens. Well, I got plenty of cut bait. The cut bait would be all right because I got plenty of that. But it seemed like the action was a lot better on the night crawler and the live bait. And that's what the night crawler, I don't even have any more of those. And the live bait, we've ran out real fast. All right, y'all, well, we're gonna sit here for a little bit and see if the cut bait gets hit like that. And yeah, see if we can't luck into something else. All right, y'all, go ahead and wrap things up here for you real quick. Wasn't a bad trip at all, guys. Got on 3 fish again. You know, we've been going out during the day a lot and, you know, middle of the day, and we've been having good success doing that and stuff. So it's been nice to catch in broad daylight like that because they're, you know, the fish are easier to see and stuff compared to like at nighttime and whatnot. But we ended up staying out there after dark, and you know, the gar, they showed up and they just kept taking my baits, and the bite kind of shut down anyhow. But so we didn't stay out there very long afterwards. But it was definitely a good time, and you know, we got on 3 fish, so it was definitely fun. But yeah, guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next trip.